Good morning, or good afternoon, or good day, or good evening, or good night, whichever one it happens to be whenever you see this video. It's too bad we don't have a word that covers all of it or something. We should make something up. But anyways, let's try something different. Set the timer for 15 minutes. Definitely don't want to go over. It's early. Just woke up, just barely got done doing some of my morning rituals. This is very firing from the hip. It just dawned on me a second ago. I thought, why not talk a little smack before even really waking up? I've written in my journal or wrote out the rest of the goals and the plans for the day. Haven't even brushed my teeth nor ate breakfast. This is coffee. And I probably still have puppy breath. I'm probably not even kissable. No, I'm definitely kissable. I mean, if you kiss a puppy in the mouth, I mean, okay, we're getting sidetracked. Anyways, good morning. It's freezing balls degrees outside here in the NWA. It was like 60 degrees at 10 a.m. in the morning yesterday. And then it turned cold, real close. Right down to freezing, not below freezing, but right down to it. Very windy. Sleet falling out of the sky, snow flurries, rain. Anyways, back to this video. It's been a couple days since I made a video. And the goal is to do 365 videos during this year of 2025. And I'm going for, the goal is not quality. I mean, it kind of is, but it's kind of also to see what happens during making 365 videos throughout a year. And it's not going for quality, it's going for quantity. There's a lot of things in life you want. Quality isn't so important, but you want quantity. And then there's things in life you definitely do not want quantity, and you definitely want quality. Like trust. We want high quality trust from ourselves, to ourselves, for ourselves, and from other people, and with other people, to other people. We don't even necessarily have to like one another so much. All we have to do is be able to value a specific mission and purpose and be striving towards that. We could butt heads all the time. We could not like each other. Hell, we may not even like the way each other look. But yet, if we have a decent amount of respect and like for a certain purpose and mission, it can work. We can set our bullshit aside and work hand in hand. I've seen people do it more than once. I've done it more than once. And I've seen it done to such a degree to where you can function so good and have such good days to where that in itself, knowing that you relied on that person you was working with that you really didn't like, but it's like their work ethics and what they were striving for, their like ethics, made such a good day and everything. You can't help but become to like one another better. And even if you don't really, and even if the like only goes to a certain degree, there's just underneath that, there's a funky intrinsic love, a synergy that, to where it's like you may not exactly be fishing buddies. You may not be actually cafe, coffee, drinking buddies, sitting around talking about whatever, And you definitely may not be come bring your family to enjoy a picnic with my family buddies, but yet, but yet, underneath that, you would go to war for that person. If you've seen them in deep shit. All right, let's try not to cuss. Back up. Erase that. Racy do over. All right, back up. If you've seen them and you see that they were getting their ass kicked, I mean physically, that they were in trouble, and you didn't know if they brought it on themselves or if it was some kind of revenge thing from in the past or whatever, you jump in there. You would not go in there trying to ask questions, try to talk it out when it's already engaged, when it's already to that certain level. No, you would straight jump in there for them. That kind of intrinsic love is what I'm talking about. So let's wonder today. Let's wonder what kind of intrinsic loves could be out there. And yes, this is an easy question. It's something that you could ask yourself. You might go 1 year, 2 years, 3 years, 4 years, 5 years, and not even come up with an answer for it. Or you might have an answer right off the top of your head in just a couple of moments. Anyways, what kind of not necessarily people, but organizations or societies or businesses or whatever that kind of like seemingly clash, but yet have similar missions, similar purposes, or at surface level, you think they really don't have nothing in common. Dress different, act different, talk different, drive different types of vehicles, live in a different kind of environment, different styles of housings, different styles of hobbies, definitely different likes, and yet a mission and purpose. Intent, an intention, a commander's intent that they could follow very easily. That, the commander's intent. The other day I was looking at that. I was looking at the intention and just trying to simplify some things down, that I'm doing for myself, just personal things, personal mission, not something I'm looking to really project off onto anybody, but what drives me. One of the elements that's a driving factor in me, what I do on a daily basis. And I got to looking at this thing, and it's been right under my face, and I've known it, but I haven't articulated it in the way I stumbled across it. And I stumbled across the commander's intent, the commander's intention. It's the commander's intent. If he can set an intent, that's just a handful of words, or like a small paragraph, or a couple of sentences, or even better, just a few words. The more simple that is and clarified it can be, the better people can follow, the better you can decentralize command and delegate authority. Providing. Anyways, I was looking at the people I'm working for right now, the family I'm working with, from the Walton families, one of the most powerful families in the United States. And this has been built up in just 2 generations. And I'm talking about Walmart. Walmart's becoming all over the world, but really all over the United States. Anyways, that's who it is. And I was looking at their intent. The commander's intent is right out there in front of everyone. I mean, it's not hidden. A lot of companies, they hide their commander's intent. The public does not get to see that. That's for their employees and maybe their vendors, and it's something they don't go announcing. They just put it out there. It could be on a little sign, a little plaque here and there. But anyways, Walmart's, they basically have it everywhere. And here's the commander's intent. help the people save money and live better. Period. That's it. It's like, you got a question? Okay, does it help people save money and live better? And if the answer is no, then no, it doesn't align with the mission and purpose. And that goes all the way, that's all the way from top down to the very bottom person to everyone. Everyone. And there's been that way since, I want to say, probably the early 80s. I think Sam Walton came up with that somewhere in the early 80s. And it was a little more articulated. It wasn't simplified down. And I think it's simplified down. Don't quote me on exact, dates and stuff like that. I do a lot of generalizations in my research. So to avoid any debate, well, I can't. I'm doing that so you can avoid debate with yourself, trying to debate with me. But anyways, it's like that commander's intent. Commander's intent. And let's say you're an adult. A responsible adult. See, there's several kinds of responsibility as a human being, or alienated responsibilities, or alienated rights as an American citizen that we, the people, have a responsibility to do. So we don't. It is very wrong to be going through life without a mission and purpose pertaining to the commander's intent. You look at our forefathers and our foremothers, our forebrothers, our foresisters, our fore cousins, all of that. You look at who they were back in like the late 1700s. What was it, 1776? When was the Declaration of Independence? We're kind of at a tipping point right now. We are at a place where we have shaped our minds and cultured ourselves into a certain degree with so many things out there that I think it's kind of veered off track. And I know we need a reclamation of independence. We had a Declaration of Independence almost a few hundred years ago. Now we need a reclamation of independence. What's the commander's intent? I'm not asking who was our president at the time, or who was on the cabinet, or who was the 50-something, whatever people, I can't even remember. You look at what was going on. They were being tyrannized. They fled from that country and came here to the United States to build a better life. I know, kind of ironic, it's still happening that way. I don't know it's like the United States, it's like a mainland, it's like a human refuge. It's like for endangered species of humans, or if you're in trouble, come here, just get here. We're the only place in the world that has well-armed citizens all up and down the company line. We start acting a fool, we're going to get put in check by our military and our authorities. Our authorities and military starts acting a fool, they're going to get put in check by us. See how that works? All right, we're getting kind of off track there. Commander's intent. Our constitutional rights of the United States people. The Declaration of Independence. For, of, and to the people. And now we're at a place where we are literally at a stage of human evolution. I'll say it again. I don't know why it's just not so far, just out front everywhere. We are at a stage of human evolution. We're at a place that's more profound, like when the industrial age started really taking off, steam-powered machines, gas-powered machines, and those ideas started really taking the jobs of the people and replacing a lot of the work we do by hand. It freed us up to do other stuff. There was a slump. There was a time period where, a lot of people were out of work. And then some other contributing factors that made it way worse. Way worse. There were environmental factors and weather factors. and of course societal factors, and that made the thing way worse. And that's what led up to what they called the Depression and what they called Hooverville. So many homeless people and stuff, kind of like what we got going on now in the bigger cities. People living in tents and yeah. Anyways, bypass all that. Look at this. Commander's intent of the United States of America. We the people. That's it. We the people. Who are we the people? We the people. We the people are the people that were, a lot of those are the immigrants, the illegal immigrants, the legal immigrants, the different ethnic groups, white people, black people, Asian people, Indian people, whatever. At this point, it's a point where we need to be looking at one thing and one thing only. What's our intent? What is an intent that we can wholeheartedly agree on, to where we don't have to get along with one another, we don't have to like the way each other look, we don't have to like the way each other talk, we don't have to really like nothing about it. But what is a grand intent of the United States that we can all agree on? I propose we the people. That's the commander's intent. And the commander's intent, I propose, is a collective mind. It's a mastermind. It's a synergy of the people. It's a spirit of humanity. It's not a single person. It's not a single group. It's not a single ethnic group. It's looking at everything we've gone through, all the racial hurdles, financial hurdles, the economic structures, the rises and collapses of those, and where we're at now. Corruption, non-corruption. Looking at world history, looking at the animalistic ways of people. Who knows? Maybe look at a couple of things where might be a good idea. Look at something like one of the most dangerous cities in the world, Juarito, Mexico. El Paso, Texas, United States, is one of the safest, lowest crime rates in America. And then, yeah, you cross that border and bam, it's deadly and dangerous there. I've been there. I was there during the North American Free Trade Agreement. It still operates that way since that time. Anyways, maybe look at that, and maybe look at some countries that have like some of the lowest crime rates. Like they say, Amsterdam, Holland, all those areas where marijuana has been legal for a long time, and look at how their societies function and structure. Or something else, because maybe that's a little bit too drug usage and orientated kind of environment thing. I don't know. Or maybe just ask yourself. No, but got it. Better yet, ask yourself. Here is the what's it called? Dang it. The takeaway for the speech. Dang it. I'm drawing a blank. Here's your call to action. CTA. Here's the call to action. Ask yourself, are you the commander of your own life? I mean, have you really mapped your own life? Do you know if you're a follower, or do you work best as a follower? Are you a leader? Are you living into those roles that fit? Because you basically need to fall into one of those roles to fit life. Are you a decision maker, or are you an advisor? Which one of those fits you better? I mean, how finely tuned is your life? Do you know your performance style? Performance style, not your strengths. No, we're not talking about strengths. We're talking about style. What's your performance style? Anyways, overall, pass all that. Pass everything we just talked about. Stop everything in your mind. It looked like the video froze there for a second. That's pretty cool, I know. No, ask yourself, Do you have a commander's intent that is just a handful of words, or maybe just a couple of sentences, or a paragraph, a small paragraph of words that is a commander's intent that's so simplified that anything you do in your life, you can refer to that and think, well, does it line up with the commander's intent? And what I mean by that, your commander's intent, a commander's intent for your own life. Have you written a commander's intent for your own life? Whether you're a follower, leader, whatever, whether you like working in solitude or working with a bunch of people, or whether you like hiding over here in the dark, off the stage, or if you like being in front of the stage in the spotlight. I mean, it doesn't matter whether your work style, whatever. No, do you have a clear intention that is so simplified that you can live your entire life by it, and you can and you can live your whole life and then grow old and die or whatever, and then it gets handed off to your children, your children's children? Do you have that commander's intent in place right here, right now? Have a good one. See you in the funny papers.